Alex Doucette. I'm a junior politics major, and I went to Rome in the spring of 2013 when, we had two popes, Pope Benedict and Pope Francis, and all that amazing stuff, so it was a great semester. Well, I'm here to talk about campus policies. I was a student assistant in Rome, which is one of the authoritative positions that a student can have, and I'll explain that in a minute. But essentially, the campus policies are not, the very basic ones are not much different than the Irving campus. However, there are several additional rules that don't seem significant when you hear about them, but they definitely become essential whenever you're living in a community in a total foreign country that most of you haven't been exposed to yet. There are 4 of your peers that will be chosen to enact the policies on campus. They, at first, they won't seem that authoritative because you've been with them for a year and a half or so, but they definitely are in the authoritative position, so you need to listen to them. So on class trips, there are no open house hours, meaning that no members of the opposite sex can go in each other's rooms, but that's okay because you don't spend much time in the hotel anyway. Another thing is guest policies. Guests are not allowed to stay on campus overnight. Anyone that you meet on the road that becomes your friend in the bars or whatnot, they are not allowed on campus, at least to stay overnight especially. However, families can come visit. But you have to clear it with the Rome office staff ahead of time, and you will be told in orientation about how to go about that, but that is possible because there are open rooms for it. We'll all be given codes in which to enter the gate and the doors for the dorms. You should not give these codes out to anyone that you meet on the street. And of course, all these rules are just to be mindful to keep the campus safe. You're not allowed to bring hard liquor on campus. Beer and wine are allowed pretty much most of the times in the day. However, there are times where you're not allowed to publicly drink. And in orientation, they will tell you the specific times. However, you are able to drink within the room because you are legal. But in order to keep the campus flow of everything with classes and the regular schedule, we just don't want any public drinking going on at those times. Public intoxication is definitely frowned upon, both within the campus and outside of it, because there's definitely a cultural difference between the Italians and the Americans. Italians take drinking with their meals for long extended periods of time. There's no binge drinking. There's no hard partying. Another policy that is seemingly insignificant is the no barefoot policy. Every student must wear shoes, even within the dorms. Within your own room, that's a little more relaxed, but anytime you step out your room, go on campus, go on in the vineyard, and then off campus, you definitely must wear shoes at all times. It seems a little silly, but when you think about it, the Italian culture, it can be very dirty over there, and the things that they use to fertilize their vineyards, and there are vineyards everywhere. You don't want to get sick because you were barefoot and walked into something very unsanitary. Sometimes the policies and rules on the campus seem very overwhelming. Like I said, there are a lot of these that seem insignificant at first, and a lot of these that you have to keep tabs on, especially whenever you're handed them all at once in orientation. But there will be the Rome staff. There will be the student assistants that were already taught all of these policies before you even got there. As long as you follow them, as long as you treat them with respect and continue to follow what they tell you, especially on class trips, you will be absolutely fine.